YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, I'm Gigi, and I'm back again with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 AR loadouts that you should be using in Warzone right now. As we know, with all the weapon tuning and adjustments, we haven't had a set-in-stone meta assault rifle in the mix for a while now. So with that being said, there's been many options to use as ARs, and today we are going over the top 5 that I believe are the best that you can possibly be using right now. With this top 5, we aren't focusing on one area, which means that there are going to be meta ARs for both close range and long range engagements. I'm also not ranking these in any specific order, so keep that in mind when we're going through the list. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's video or find it useful, let me know by dropping a comment and a like below. And of course, if you guys are new around here, I post a lot of Warzone content and best class setups just like this, so feel free to subscribe and keep up to date with all the best class setups and more. So without further ado, let's get right into this top 5. So starting us off in the first spot is going to be the CR56 AMAX. Even after all the nerfs that this AMAX has gone through, this thing is still an absolute beam and the TTK is still extremely quick, especially if you're hitting them in the head or the upper torso. You still see a lot of pro players using this in their tournament loadouts, and that's because this thing is still fantastic overall. As you guys see from these clips, as long as you're hitting all of your bullets, your opponents are going to down extremely quickly. And this class setup overall has very minimal recoil and it is very easy to control, and that is why this gun really stands out from all of the other ARs in Warzone at the moment. So this AMAX is definitely worth giving a go this season, and if you haven't done so already, I definitely recommend that you do. And if you don't have this gun leveled up, I definitely recommend that you hop onto multiplayer and get it leveled up ASAP, as Modern Warfare guns are way easier to level up than Cold War. So here's the class setup you're going to want to use for the AMAX. So we're going to have the monolithic suppressor as our muzzle, the XRK Zodiac barrel, the Commando foregrip, the 45 round mags, and the VLK optic. Moving on to the number 2 loadout, we have the Ram 7. This Ram loadout has one of the quickest TTKs out of any assault rifle in the game right now. If you are hitting all your bullets, your opponents are going to get down very quickly, and they're not even going to know what hit them. The only downside to this Ram is that it has a little recoil if you're playing on console, but it definitely is easy to control. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to realize how dominant this Ram really is. And it's fantastic from long, medium, and close range. I personally do believe that this Ram is one of the best ARs in the game right now, and even though it has that little recoil, you're definitely going to want to give this setup a go. So here's the attachments you're going to want to be using for the Ram. So we're going to have the monolithic suppressor as our muzzle, the FSS Ranger as our barrel, Commando foregrip, 50 round mags, and the VLK optic. So moving right along to our number 3 spot, we have the FFAR. Although we've seen quite a few nerfs with this FFAR, this thing is still an absolute beam. This thing dominated in Season 2 of Warzone and is still capable of dominating now as long as you have the right build for it. I found a perfect setup for this and made it even more mobile than it once was. This loadout though should be used as a secondary for more close range gunfights because it isn't the best at long range. Overall, I still believe that this FFAR is still one of the best secondaries in the game because it has such a high damage profile and has such a high fire rate. So let's get into the best attachments to use for the FFAR. So you're going to want to use the suppressor as the muzzle, the Tiger Team Spotlight as the laser, the Salvo 50 round fast mag, the Serpent Wrap, and the Raider stock. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the Kilo. With the release of Season 3, we really saw a comeback with this Kilo after quite a bit of time, and this thing absolutely destroys your opponents. This class setup barely has any recoil to it, and the damage is fantastic overall. It definitely performs its best with long range gunfights, but it can definitely get the job done for medium and even sometimes close range. So here's the class setup you're going to want to be using. For the Kilo, we're going to have the monolithic suppressor as our muzzle. For the barrel, we're going to have the Syngard Arms 19.8 Prowler. For the underbarrel, we're going to have the Commando foregrip, the 60 round mags, and the VLK optic. Moving on to the number 5 spot, we have the GRAU. The GRAU, like the Kilo, are definitely making a comeback this season as they are now viable weapons. We haven't seen this gun in the mix for the longest time, and now finally with the new season, this thing is an absolute beam once again. This GRAU class setup that I'm using has a difference from its OG meta GRAU, which is the optics, so you can beam people at even farther ranges with no recoil whatsoever. This GRAU gets the job done from long and medium range with ease. So definitely give this GRAU a try. It feels way better than ever, and here's the class setup for it. So you're going to want to be using the monolithic suppressor as your muzzle, the Tempest 26.4 Archangel barrel, commando foregrip, 60 round mags, and the VLK 3.0 optic. So there you have it, guys. These are some of the top 5 ARs to use in Warzone right now, in my opinion. But remember though, there's always some sort of weapon tuning with all the new updates and all the new seasons. So if you're watching this video at a later time, this list may have changed a little bit, but these are what I believe were the best at the time. With that though, if you guys did go on to enjoy today's video or find it useful, definitely let me know by dropping a like and a comment down below. And if you guys are new around here and enjoy Warzone content and best class setups just like this, definitely feel free to subscribe and keep up to date with all of my videos. But with all that being said, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace out.